obviously people then take the extreme and they try to paint you out, or they use the word like, yo, you're trying to capitalize on black culture. They say culture vulture. What do you think about that?
All right, so let me answer both questions that you. Let me talk about both of those questions you said. Right now, remember, man, like this situation started because of Math Hoffa.
Mm-hmm.
Because I saw that he said that Charleston White said something about Math Hoffa's daughter, so I reacted. You know what I mean? And that's me as a person, as a human being, as a person that would never let any harm come to children, regardless of ethnicity, race, belief, anything. You know what I'm saying? Like I would never ever I would die before I would allow anybody to cause harm to children. You know what I'm saying? So that first, you know what I'm saying? And then also my city, a person that's talking down on my city, and he's about to come to the city. I said something about it. You know what I'm saying? But so now it started not because of Asian stuff. It started because of Math Hoffa, his daughters, and they are black, right? So now what I'm saying is when he made that statement, that was a personal statement. You know what I'm saying? That was a statement
Mm-hmm.
not towards all black people or all like whatever people. He didn't single out like a group of people. He made it personal, and that was personal with him. So if that was something that personally he could have, whatever he wanted to do. I don't know what he was trying. I don't know if he would shut the show down, but I'm pretty sure if he wanted to, he could have had a whole movement on that to get it shut down. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't take those measures. I didn't take those measures either, but the people that were watching, they took the measures. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, definitely I think that he should have been canceled with the first thing that he said when he talked about, all the stuff that when he talked about children, rape, the first time he said it. I don't know. I think any of that stuff, he should have been, it should have been an issue at that moment. But like I'm not watching all of his content. I don't know when he's saying that, and you know what I'm saying. Like
He somehow
I
pumps
don't.
out a
It
lot
didn't
of
catch
content.
me, and
I
it
hear you
didn't
on that.
probably catch the Asian people that had an issue with it because they don't watch Charleston White. They don't know that he's saying all of this hateful stuff to people's kids and stuff. This is the first time they have even heard of Charleston White. You know what I'm saying? Because of what they said about the Asian people. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of unfair to say, oh well, how come you guys didn't make a stink about it when it was about us? You know what I'm saying? Well, a lot of people follow that content.
No, I completely understand. Hey, do you and again, I'm just reading like chat questions and stuff. Do you? They're saying, do you acknowledge that you have some privilege? I guess they feel like it's privilege in the fact of, if someone says something about you, like for example, if Charleston White has said, "You black ugly motherfucker," Math Hoffa, probably nothing
But
happens.
he's black though. He's black.
Okay, okay. But do you
So
think
so
do you
so
think you
I
have any
mean,
privilege though?
huh?
Do you think you have any privilege while being in hip hop, dealing with the majority of people who are African American?
No, I don't. Because if I was to say something about African Americans, what kind of privilege would I get?
Okay, that's a good point.
I want
Like,
to ask
if I was to come
Chancellor.
out and say half of what he said, a quarter of what he said, I mean, would I be exemplified? Like, you know what I'm saying? What would I be given? I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. You tell me.
Yeah, yeah,
That's a
yeah,
good point. That's a good point. Who's that? Is that facts?
yeah, yeah, it's facts.
What's up?
Yo, Matt, question, right? Do you feel like Charleston White really hate Asians?
No, I mean, I personally, I don't know. I don't know what to feel. You know what I mean? I never met him. I never looked in his eyes. I never shook his hand. So I don't know what to feel. You know what I'm saying? But there's a good possibility that he doesn't feel like that. You know what I'm saying? And and I feel like that's even more like it's like you don't even believe in it, and you got people, you trying to you rallying people up on this type of time, and you don't even believe it. Like you know what I mean?
Mm. No, I get it. No, I mean, so okay, and I see your combo. I see you said that. Somebody said, "Well, Charleston White is a comedian, and this kind of like his comments, even though clearly racist, falls under comedian licensing, where we've seen comedians kind of say things about various groups, and people be like, oh, that's just somebody trying to make a joke. How did it feel when you heard it?
I didn't find anything comedic about it. I didn't hear a comedic tone. Um, I didn't hear anything that, was funny about it. You know what I mean? So I understand how people trying to brush that off like, oh, whatever. And just like, okay, you trying to brush that off like he's being a troll. But let's understand that he was coming to perform in New York City, right? Like New York City is the place where a lot of tension between a lot of these attacks were happening, and this is where that bill started, and this is
Mm-hmm.
where there's a lot of stuff going on in New York City with Asian people and like with that whole relationship. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that was a place where he was going and he was talking like that. That was like a place that has been like directly affected, the most in all over the place. I would assume. You know what I'm saying? So of course it's gonna have a different sting. You know what I'm saying? Like imagine like if that was the other way around. I just want everybody to understand. Imagine if it was the other way around. If it was a white person, an Asian person, or whatever person, instead of that, and not black person, and they said what Charleston White said about black people. You know what I'm saying? Like, how would that be? Would that be glossed over in that way? Like, oh, he's just a comedian.
I mean,
I don't think so.
I
You
mean,
know
The
what I mean? I don't think anybody in
animated
this
part
chat. I
was
don't think
funny.
anybody in this chat would gloss over that. Like, oh, he's just a comedian. If a person that was not black made all of these
hey,
comments about
hey,
black people and these
hey,
threats and what I'm saying, these this rhetoric. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like I feel
by
like
the way,
nobody in here would let it ride.
by the way, China Mac, no, I agree with you. I'll say this though, and this is the overtone of what I'm seeing, like people constantly comment at this point. I feel like
Time
they're not
16
obviously
minutes,
they're not
13
agreeing with
seconds.
what he
Distance
said.
1
They don't
mile.
feel he's
Average
being
pace
answered to
16 13 per
Asian
mile.
Americans or just Asian people in general. But what I'm starting to see, like, because I see the same comments just like in different ways, it feels like they're almost saying, yo, Asian people are more protected than us. They got a bill, they got this. Like people tolerate less disrespect because they're Asian. We're black. We get disrespected every way. Like people could say anything and it's just, oh, my bad, and nothing happens. And I guess maybe that's why they were asking me about the privilege shit, because it feels like a lot of African Americans are feeling like they're the least protected group, right? Like the LGBTQ IA plus community. You say something about them, you're not performing for a long time. You say something about the Jewish community, you're losing your bank account. And I think they're like, yo, well, the Asian conglomerate or the Asian people, they clearly could make shit shake if they're offended. But if you offend someone that is black, so I guess it's bigger than Charleston White. I think people just they're looking at their own group and say, why don't we have the same type of power, right? What do you think?
Right. I mean, and listen. I if you know I could relate to that. You know what I'm saying? I can understand that. I can understand why people would have an issue with that. It's like, well, damn, like we've been going through this shit. We've been going through to like, you know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
now all of a sudden they get a hate bill and they get all that and like, you know what I'm saying? And it looks like they and it looks like, that hate bill is just focused on one group of people. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I
Pausing
mean? So
workout.
like they're or like that bill is kind of like designated to like to affect the black community type shit. You know what I'm saying? So of course. So with that being said, I 100% understand that. You know what I mean? And I'm not going. I'm not gonna say I don't, agree. You know what I'm saying? But you have to look at it like you have to look at it in all ways. You know what I'm saying? Like there won't be no there won't be no understanding if we don't try to take a look at it, the other way. You know what I'm saying? Like a different angle. You know what I mean? On the other person's side. You know what I'm saying? So
I
like
agree.
as long with the Asian shit, right? With the Asian bill and shit like that, like I don't know how much that has actually helped with the crimes, with the attacks on Asian people, because there's constantly being attacks. Now I don't know what these attacks are about. Like it's a whole, it could be a whole bunch of things. You know what I'm
Whoa,
saying?
whoa, whoa, whoa,
But
whoa, whoa,
now,
whoa.
but
I have a
Wait, hold on,
question.
hold
I
on,
have a
hold on. Wait,
question.
wait, 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 wait,
China
wait,
Mac,
wait.
how do you feel?
No, no, hold
China
on.
Mac,
Wait,
how do
wait,
you
wait,
feel
wait,
that the
wait.
last three mass shootings were done by Asian people,
No,
bro?
no, 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 no. Wait, wait. Hold on a second. Wow, you just blindsided us. Hold on. Give me a second. Well, according to Charleston White, right? He claims that the FBI, made an inquiry or detained him and maybe did a search of whatever because, you know, um, because of allegations of what he might be planning or what he may be doing to Asian people, clearly made the federal government hop into action. While I guarantee right now you call somebody and be like, yo, they shooting up in O Block, ain't nobody doing a motherfucking thing, right? So
that's true. But see, here's the thing, right? But here's the thing. I understand that. I understand, like, yo, how is it that these people get these type of privileges, and we don't see none of that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know how to respond to that because I'm not the one that's giving out the privileges. You know what I'm
mhm.
saying? I'm not the one that's it's not Asian people that are in these places that in the White House or whatever. I don't. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, I mean, check this out, right? Let's just all put all of our feelings and emotions and our prejudices to the side, right? And let's just look at what's really going on in this world, right? You know what I'm saying? And let's just take a look at where China is right now in this world, where US is in this world, and let's see how, and also let's take a look how all of a sudden within these past couple years, like the tension between Asian people and the black community, you know what I'm saying, has increased like a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's increased a lot, like to the point where it's like, wow, all these
Resuming
years that
workout.
that have been on this earth, you know what I'm saying? I never felt this type of tension, you know what I'm saying? And between the two communities, you know what I'm saying? It's getting to the point where it's like, it's a lot of back and forth. It's a lot of tension. It's a lot of conversations that need to be had. It's a lot of static. You know what I'm saying? And I've never seen it like this before. So I just want people to understand why all of a sudden, people are so upset at Asian people. Like, have we? Like, I don't know. Like, why all of a sudden? Why all of a sudden? Because when we talk about Asian people opening up stores in black communities, right? I 100% agree with black people saying, "Hey, you guys are coming into our communities. You guys are opening up these restaurants. You guys are feeding us this type of food or whatever, whatever. And you guys don't even respect me. You don't respect my money. You don't respect the community. You never even look at us. You never even like." You just pretend we're not even there. You're just there for the money. You know what I'm saying? I understand that. I 100% understand that. And I 100% would say, hey, y'all absolutely right. Y'all absolutely right. If an Asian person, if a Chinese person has a store in the hood and they not respecting the neighborhood, they not respecting the people, then respectfully, they need to get the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not respecting the neighborhood and you're not respecting the people that you are like servicing to and creating business with, then I feel like we should have a. But here's the thing: it's not only Asian people in these neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? It's not just Asian people. Like, it's when you go in the hood, you don't just see Chinese stores. You see a Chinese store. You see a Jewish store, you see a Spanish store, you see a Middle Eastern store, you see all types of stores. You know what I'm saying? So why is it that it's so like? why is the Asian people so like, so focused in right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are we getting the blunt of this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because if you
That's a
look at
great
it, it's not
question.
just Asian people that's doing that. I've never seen like a Jewish person or a Middle Eastern person or Indian person you know what I mean, do a lot for the community. I don't know, maybe it happens, but I've never seen it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, the Asian people are doing that, but